It's Monday, October 13th, 2025, and we're about to head into fall severe weather and tornado season, and you can smell it in the air, and you can also see it on the Day 6 SPC product here from the Storm Prediction Center. We've got a 15% risk of any severe weather risk from northeast Texas all the way up to central portions of Illinois on Saturday, October 18th. All hazards are possible here. We're talking about large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes. So here's what's driving this severe weather risk. We're going to have a really big storm move through the west coast, which we'll talk about here in a moment. That's going to barrel through California over the Rockies. And once this big trough starts pushing over the Rocky Mountains into the plains, we're going to have lots of ample moisture in place from the Gulf rising up into this ridge. We're going to have plenty of cold air from Canada back here inside the trough, and we're going to have some pretty strong winds aloft and wind shear in place to bring about several days of thunderstorms, more than likely, from the plains over into the mid-Mississippi River Valley. But right now, we've got the best case for potential severe weather, I believe, on the 18th, because there's just going to be such a good flow of moisture from the Gulf over here. I think there's going to be some, opportunities for severe weather before and after this, but this day specifically is where I think that trough and those winds are going to meet up with the moisture just in time to produce some big-time severe weather. So this big trough is what's going to be causing all of our problems as we go forward, and it will cause rain and storms even farther east beyond the Day 6 concerns, but of course it's a little bit too early to talk about that. But man, how long has it been since we've looked at these models and seen a big trough like this? We've been in Ridge City for I couldn't tell you how long. And once again, here's a look at one of the big ingredients necessary for a severe weather situation, and boy, we're going to have dew points out the wazoo on October 18th, especially in Arkansas, right there along the Mississippi River. I think Memphis, Little Rock, all the way up to St. Louis. You guys are kind of a shoe-in for some sort of severe weather situation here, as long as nothing major changes. Now, of course, this is still 6 days out, so we can't nail anything down. But as of right now, it looks like storms are going to form in the afternoon and work their way through the evening, maybe even into the early morning hours as we go into your day on Saturday. And of course, that cold front's going to continue to move east and potentially cause problems in Kentucky, Middle Tennessee, down into Alabama and Georgia as well. But we will know more about that as we go into the future. But yeah, this is our next big severe weather threat. We're probably going to be making daily videos to keep you updated on this as we go forward, and then potentially even doing a live stream on Friday and Saturday as the storms come to fruition. Now, if I pull this back, once again, this all starts off as a big storm right above my head here hitting California. And what's crazy about that is that tomorrow we have a marginal risk of severe weather for Los Angeles. Los Angeles has a very rare marginal risk of severe weather that's actually driven by the chance for tornadoes. Yes, you heard that right. We have a very real 2% tornado risk tomorrow in Los Angeles, down here in Southern California, from Santa Barbara all the way down past Long Beach, up towards Riverside and Palmdale, Santa Clarita. You guys are all included in a risk for tornadoes Tuesday, October 14th. And this is being caused by that really powerful system that's diving down the coast of California. It's going to be our trough that eventually impacts everyone in the United States, but you guys are getting it first over here in the west. It's going to come in the form of heavy rain in San Francisco. It's going to come in the form of heavy snow in the mountains, which we'll talk about here in a moment. And also, there's going to be plenty of moisture still hitting Arizona, New Mexico, the Four Corners region over here out in front of this, continuing to add on to the flooding problems that we've been having. And we'll talk more about this here in a moment as well. But for now, let's just focus on Los Angeles and notice how, as we head into the midday time period tomorrow, especially after the morning hours, we're going to have some of these thunderstorms on the southeastern side of this low pressure system moving over the Los Angeles area. And just because of their positioning relative to the low pressure that's going to be moving through, and the fact that they could actually be, somewhat multicellular or supercellular in nature, even if they're mini supercells, means that they could rotate enough to actually produce tornadoes. So we're going to have some wind shear out here, and it's something that we have to keep an eye on. It's not a huge threat or anything, but it's definitely something that you should be paying attention to if you live in Los Angeles. And we're about to dive so much deeper into that, but first, let's shout out today's awesome sponsor. DJI portable power stations power your world. When severe weather rolls through, power outages are almost guaranteed. That's where the DJI Power 2000 and 1000 portable power stations come in. For quick charging and everyday power needs, the DJI Power 1000 delivers 1024 watt hours with 2200 watts of output. And here's where the Power 1000 really shines. It's got full speed flash charging with dual 140-watt USB-C ports that can charge two 16-inch MacBook Pros simultaneously, reaching 50% in just 30 minutes. The DJI Power 2000 is built for ultra-high power demand scenarios, with double the capacity and 3,000 watts of output. The DJI Power 2000 can handle 99% of household appliances, from microwaves to window AC units, and pretty much everything you could possibly need. And both of these are expandable, but at different scales. When connected to Power 1000, up to 5 expansion batteries can be added for a maximum energy of 11,264 watt-hours. And when connected to the 2000, up to 10 can be added for 22,528 watt-hours. The 1000 recharges in approximately 70 minutes versus the 2000's 90 minutes. Both use the same LFP battery technology and multiple built-in safety protections. You can charge both with car chargers and solar panels, and DJI's 1.8 kilowatt solar car charger gets the Power 2000 fully charged within 75 minutes, and the Power 1000 in just 40 minutes. Check the links in the description right now for both the DJI Power 1000 and DJI Power 2000. Big thanks to DJI for sponsoring this video. What do you guys think would work best for your situation? Leave a comment down below, and let's get back into the forecast. And it's not just this low-topped supercell threat that we have to deal with, it's also going to be rain. All right, we've got a excessive rainfall outlook for today down here around Phoenix and Tucson, up into southwestern portions of Colorado. But watch what happens as I push this over to day 2. A lot of that gets funneled back over here towards Los Angeles, specifically just north of Los Angeles, up there towards Lancaster and Victorville. This is where we are going to expect to see well over 2 to 3 inches of rain in a short period of time. This will cause big time problems. Of course, what I'm most worried about here are recent burn scars. If we get 1 to 4 inches of rain, especially over one of these burn scars, it is going to cause tremendous flooding concerns, including debris flows. So if you live in a recent burn scar area or in a general flood prone area down here in Southern California, it's time to be hyper weather aware over the next couple of days. Flash flooding and tornadoes are all going to be possible. This is going to be the most action weather-wise we've had down here in a little while. So Los Angeles, keep your heads up, and I'll keep you updated as we go forward. Now, another fascinating aspect of this storm is going to be the fact that this one storm system here is at some point going to produce tornadoes, and it's going to produce feet of snow, okay? So up here in the Sierras, our first major snowstorm of the year is going to be underway, especially as we go into tomorrow, with some blinding snowfall rates, blizzard conditions, especially in those higher elevation areas. It's not going to be an atmospheric river or anything like that, but it's still going to be an impressive storm system that drops feet of snow in a very short period of time. And this is kind of a rare system for October. We don't see this every October. It's not going to feel like an October storm if you're out here in the Sierras. And once again, there are going to be several places that end up with more than 30 inches of snow, especially at the peaks of the Sierra over here. So make sure you are ready for that. It's important to point out that the Weather Prediction Center specifically here is calling for major to extreme impacts. Travel through I-80, including Donner Summit, is going to be a no-go. It's going to be incredibly dangerous. This is going to be a very impactful storm for California, so make sure you're ready for it. And let's check in on the tropics. We officially have Tropical Storm Lorenzo out here in the Atlantic Ocean. It's going to be another fish storm. Looks like it's going to be recurving out here way to the east of Bermuda. They keep curving earlier and earlier. It's going to remain tropical storm status and once again not be a threat to land anytime soon. And there's nothing immediately concerning in the Caribbean or the Gulf that we need to talk about either. Looking forward, we're going to be continuing to be in this really interesting pattern where we've got warmer than average temperatures in the east and cooler than average temperatures in the west. And whenever we lock into this kind of pattern in fall or spring, it always leads to several rounds of severe weather. So that's why I'm saying that we're locking into tornado mode here. I think we're going to have several storm systems this fall that will bring about some tornadoes in the plains over towards the Ohio Valley. So let's use this first one as a wake-up call and get everybody listening again, because it's been kind of sleepy in the weather world for the past couple of months, and we're about to get woken up big time here thanks to this pattern. We'll be consistently below average in the west, so make sure you guys are ready for that. And that's pretty much all the weather talk I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Slap a like on it if you liked it, and subscribe to this channel so you get a notification whenever we go live. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.